the debut album, just coining that,
Yeah.
is a huge risk, but it's like huge risk for huge reward. That's why, like, when you sign to a label, the first thing they do is debut album. Well, you know, people do EPs, projects, you call things whatever you want to call them, singles. You call things stuff until you're working up to that debut album. The word probably is there to reel more people in than ever, but the most pressure is put on something when it's debut album. That's why, like, I've seen so many artists. They've released so many EPs. They've released so many things that could count as albums. Remember when mixtapes were like 20 tracks long, and then people were just calling things mixtapes.
What
Just-
is that? Is that lack of? Is it because it's like no
be
pressure?
fear.
Basically, it's fear.
Right. Okay.
People would record live projects or whatever. You do whatever you're doing, and just say this is a project. For me as well, like, I could have called my very first thing, and I could have called Nocturne. I've called my stuff albums in retrospect.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really care about. Do you know what I mean? What if someone doesn't know you, shouting about a debut album? It doesn't really help you. Do you know what I mean? Nobody cares either way.
It's more of
Whereas,
a
like,
press
if you're-
and marketing thing, isn't it?
If you have press and marketing, if you have a lot of money poured into it, the press are more likely to click play on something. If it's like, oh, this brand new artist has released a debut album, then it's like, okay, cool. But for the rest of us, it's just a project. Like, it just is what it is. And then, so I've got, like, so for example, in my press, it's just so murky. It's like, oh, he's released 5 albums. Technically, the only thing I've called album is my last 2 albums.
Right.
Like, I haven't really called anything
Project.
else.
You
Really.
just put them out. There's no.
I've just put them out, and they happen to fall under album criteria for being a certain length of time,
Right.
and a certain
A long play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A long play. So it's. I think it's the attachment of the word to it, then it's
Yeah.
expectation you put in it, and then blah
Debut.
blah blah. Exactly, it's that stuff. That's where the pressure comes from.